Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. We are Millennial and Mom. If you don't know who is who, I'm Millennial. This is Mom.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, I'm Mom or Kay from Millennial and Mom, and today we're going to talk about Married at First Sight, Season 16, Episode 19, Sliding Towards Decision Day. Okay, so can we get to Decision Day? We've been waiting a good, 15 episodes for Decision Day. We're already at episode 19, so welcome everyone again. If you haven't already, please hit that like button. Thank you so much. Subscribe to the channel, join the family if you haven't already joined. Would love to have you join the family. So, hey, you could cut up with us for Married at First Sight, all the seasons, 90 Day Fiance, all the franchises. That's what we do over here, okay? And also tell a friend to tell a friend. And I would like to see your comments in the comment section, whether you're joining on live, on the replay, or however you join, because you know what? I'd like to know how it is you see the episode, no matter what we're watching or discussing live, and your comments, because you may have seen something I didn't see, or maybe you did, and we can key together. And on top of that, I read and respond to all comments. So some of y'all be cracking me up in the comments, and some of y'all have me thinking in the comments like, you could be right, or I didn't think about that. So yes. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining. Are we surprised that these episodes went all the way to 19 and finally it's Decision Day next week? Oh, I am so excited. I'm already ready for the new franchise. Listen, now I'm dedicated, so is Millennial, to watch Married at First Sight, but they have to do better. Do better experts, do better production, do better people coming on this show who really want to be married. Come on, please do better, because we can't continue let's say at least the last 3 seasons that have just been about, self-promotion kind of. Maybe I'm reaching if I am, humble me down, but that's what it's giving. But finally, we made it, and we get to see who says yes, who says no. Also, too, at the end of this live review, we're going to talk about if any of you saw, it wasn't the after party, it was called the group, I wrote it down. I don't know. We're different couples from different seasons came to talk about what they thought about the couples and who may or may not say yes or no or whatever the case may be. So I thought that was a little bit different this time around. So yes, it is. So let me see who's in the comments. So we have Tamika. Hey girl, hey. Frappes and Tea. Hello. Hola. Cynthia. Hey. The Jasmine Show. Hey, Jazz. And Vince, Tamika, you say, I'm very surprised. Okay. And the Jasmine Show, you say, I don't know how they stretched the season so long. I know, right? With 0 to low content. I'm not saying they didn't have any, but the same content, we saw week to week. So what did we really learn? We learned that people have been in the friend zone and people who, weren't ready to be on the show. But that's just me. All right. Quick overview of the episode. So the ladies hang out for their final night. The guys did too, but we got more from the ladies this time around. The couple saw Dr. Pepper and Pastor Cal give them a little bit of encouragement. Hey, to me, too little, too late. We saw them last episode, or with just Clint and Gina, and we saw them again this episode. What's to talk about? This season's already been like forever. Nothing to talk about. If you haven't been there while they really needed you in the beginning, no sense in coming now. We'll see you again on Decision Day, and that's about it. And then really just kind of like they're tying up their loose ends about what they want to do or where they see themselves going. Exactly what we've seen every episode for the last month, for sure. Hey, Marcus. Mac needs to get beat up based on bro code, on bias bro code. Yeah, I don't even know why they brought him on the show, because you know what? Now it seems like they're messing with us. That's the reason why they brought him on the show, because they clarified it more this episode, right? Okay. And then Sharon, hey Sharon, to make it way too late, and this season was worse. All right, you know what? I'm actually going to drop the link first. Hey, Catrice, how you doing? Hey, girl. Hey, yes. Thank you for joining. I'm gonna drop the link, and if you want to join, feel free. If you don't, you can stay in the comments. Either way. Once again, for those of you who don't know or who might be a little shy, if you click the link that says StreamYard, your phone, no matter if you're Android or Apple, will give you, or even on your computer or tablet, however you're watching, will give you the option of clicking the link through Safari or Google, and it'll take you to, you follow the link and it'll take you to, your name, your screen name, or whatever. And then you have the option of showing your face or not showing your face. So it's really simple. If you're shy or feel anxious, no reason to be. It's just me and you. It's just us. Those of us who are all the time. You can talk that way, or again, in the chat fine as well. So we'll go from there. So, all right, the link is dropped if you want to join, and we'll go from there. We already have people already. I appreciate the promptness. Yes. My OCD kick in when I see, okay, yes. Who's ready? Who is ready backstage and on the side? Ready? Oh, both of y'all like, hey, at the same time. Okay. Here we go. All right. So hello to Tamika. Hey. Hey, Devontae.
Hey, Devontae.
You have a fresh cut? You got a fresh cut going on?
I know.
Yeah, I'm a,
too.
you know, man. I gotta change my hair up every now. I'm gonna grow it back. Now my wife back in the food.
Listen, keep decision day ready.
Yes, she is. Why she? I'm sure because she's back.
No, she just was like, I just can't believe you cut your hair.
Well, it'll grow back. So, all right. Did y'all see the episode last night or today?
Some last night and some this morning.
I watched last night, but I watched the casting couch or whatever the people that be. I like that one.
Called, but we'll talk about that after we talk about this. Patrice, what you say, girl? You said I'm going to bed. Thank you so much. Thank you. I do have treatment coming. I just don't talk about it like I used to, but I appreciate it so much. Thank you. See, that's your wife right there, Devontae. See, be good to her. Be good to her. Thank you so much. I just don't talk about my treatment on here. I do have treatment, like literally. I got 5 appointments coming up. I just don't tell y'all. So because, it's a different little thing. That's what the podcast is for. All right. Well, I just want to make sure that y'all watch the episodes.
Yes.
So, we can talk about it because it's kind of hard to talk. You haven't seen the episodes. But what we're going to do, we are going to start this episode in reverse this time because to me it was more interesting backwards this time. So I say because let's start with, oh, yes, it's ladies' night. Hey, come on, Tamika. Hey.
Hey.
I was confused. I was very confused.
It was ladies' night, right? So, like my picture says, Nicole, of course, got to insert herself and everything, right? Because we're all married. Let me use my tea. That's my drink. We're all married. We're all married up in. Look, let my wig come on. Married up in here. We all married. I said, girl, get out the way. Stop. If they're going to talk, right? I was like, come on, girl. Anyways, so how did it get to the point from they get to talking, right, about what they're going to do like they do every week, right? To, was there music playing or they just got up to get a drink? I missed that connection. Like, it's like, are they get up to dance? Because I didn't hear nothing. All I saw was these dudes get up, or guys, and was like, hey, what's up? Now, were nobody in that nightclub or wherever they were but them? Is this production? I said, you know what? Don't play in my face.
Right, because when I seen all of them pop out, I was like, where these come from?
Right. We gotta dang, do we need to run for our lives? They about to snatch our purses? What are we doing?
You seen Nicole, eyes lit up. Oh.
I was like, what is going on? And I'm like, you know what? Let me rephrase that. It's really sad if production has got to bring people from wherever they brought them from to be like, hey, let's spice this up because they're not about nothing. So let's see how they're going to react since this is technically one of their last nights out as a group, right?
Right.
Okay. So I thought it was kind of funny how one of them dudes was just like in on Nicole, but she did tell him herself though in confessional. She's like, before I was married, I've been like, ooh, you're cute, you're this, you're that. I said, oh, so you just you one of these, you be on the stroll. You know, so, but she was talking and she was holding a conversation. But how did that one guy say, oh, so you married to a beta? What would make him say that? Like, why would you just all of a sudden be like, oh, you must be with a beta?
Because she said she was an alpha woman. She said she told them she was the alpha in her relationship.
Is that what she said? Okay, so I missed it. So that's why she said. So then, she's going to defend her man to the end, right? She's like, well, if there's two betas, then two betas will kill each other eventually. I said, girl, stop. Where my flag is at? I can't.
Right.
What is Nicole's problem, Tamika? What is her issue?
So the counselor, that's her name, Nick Counselor, because she thinks she's the counselor. So it's not Nicole, it's the counselor.
The counselor?
Yeah, the counselor. She don't know what to say at certain times, and she just says whatever that comes to her mouth, and whatever comes to her head, and sometimes you got to just stop and not say nothing.
Jeez.
But she don't know how.
Right, she don't. Hold on, let me read this comment because Jasmine said something that I didn't think about. It says, Vince said one of the dudes was the boxing trainer Mac and Eris were training with earlier that day. Oh, okay. So maybe that would be how they would know where to go.
Mm-hmm. So they knew.
Mm-hmm.
They knew.
That sounds like production. But the counselor was cock blocking. She was cock blocking.
Yeah.
But why do we think that she was to be the center of attention? You don't think she was cock blocking, Devontae? Sorry, Mom.
Oh, Nicole?
Yeah.
Who was she cock blocking?
Yeah. But do you think she was trying to be the center of attention, though? I think all this was like, I'm like, girl,
she wanna be in control. That's why. So it only makes sense.
Yeah. She always want to be the center of attention. When she's always in the group, she always have to be the voice.
Yeah.
And everything has to revolve around her.
She's like a mood killer.
The counselor.
Y'all be just having a good time, and then she bring up some deep stuff. You be like, whoa.
Right. All the time. All the time.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was funny about Kirsten's face. But Kirsten gives what she gives. Kirsten always has that RBF face anyway. She's like, I'm fine.
Right.
And like, I know you looking at me, but I'm gonna pretend like you don't see me. Like you might
be. Husband with mine.
Right. I said, your husband. I need to go home and see how he doing. If he ate today. I said, for real?
He ain't thinking about you.
Yeah. So, but what do we think though about the dude with Jasmine? Because at first he was talking to Nicole, because Nicole was being talked to two different guys. He was talking to Nicole and he was mentioning about breeding or something like the dogs or something. And then she's like, oh, well, she breeds dogs. I said, so you giving her the end. Like, yeah, like we're married, but she could use somebody. Look, on the low.
Right.
I was like, wow. But what do you think about the guy who was all up on Jasmine like that? Like he couldn't take a hint, especially when they did the confessional. I said, where your manners at? Where your manners? Shorty, we don't, I got where are my keys? I left them upstairs. We got the 740. What's that? Matter of fact, I got 2. Okay. She's like, yeah, I like the attention.
I know you was mad, Devontae, that he was talking to her. I know he was like, yeah.
Oh, nah. That's Eris' wife. That's Eris' wife. I was just like, I was laughing at the dude, though. I was like, why did he tell her what type of car he got?
I meant to look up a 740. What is that? A BMW? Sound like a BMW.
It's probably a nice car, but
I think it's a Mercedes. I think. I don't know. I have a silver Escape, so I'm.
I'm not laughing at that, but you're like, I got my silver regular Escape over here.
Okay, because I'm like, listen, I got my Escape. Where we going? Okay, it's good gas.
Get out the way. Exactly. Okay. Let's listen, I personally aren't impressed by no car because any car can get you from point A to point B.
Point A to point B. All you need is some heat and a radio.
I don't know.
No, but I'm just saying, like I've been in nicer cars before with men. I'm not impressed by the car.
No.
That's not gonna be like, I'm not gonna be like, oh my God, you got a 740? Let's go, boo. I don't care about that. It's like a woman having a really nice purse and don't have $1 in there. That don't even go together to me. But
just leave a car where you don't have to get in on my side.
wait, are you a screwdriver? I mean, there are stipulations of what your car need to look like, but what I'm saying is, luxury cars don't like,
Like you think I'm thinking he opening up the door for me, and he's like, no, I got to get in on this side.
Get in like a NASCAR driver, like oh.
I'm not talking about that. You know what I'm saying? Like a nice car.
You said any car at first.
Well, I meant to say, I clarified. I said you can't be used. Matter of fact, let me read this comment. I'm gonna jump off top and jump back. And Mom, if you're watching, you're gonna learn something new today. Anyways, the Jasmine show says, listen, I understood cursing reaction every time these dudes talk. They remind you why they're married and not out there in this dirty dating pool anymore. Well, Jan, some of us got to be in this dirty dating. We talking about married at first sight. I don't got time for side conversations. If we want to do just like a random talk, I got stories for y'all. I do. Some good ones. But anyway, let me tell you a real quick story. BMW. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you. So, wait, I'm grown, right? I'm grown. I'm real good and grown. Let me look at the camera. I don't need to hear nothing when I come by. Anyway. So I was probably about old enough to know better, right? This dude came to the house and was like, let's go to the mall. Okay. It's before I had kids, right? We go to the mall, so we get in, it's like a brown Chrysler, whatever. I didn't think about it until, I don't know, we were driving down the street. There was police coming. He had started the car with a screwdriver. I was like a senior in high school, right? I didn't think about this. It did not dawn on me, like, why was he starting with a screwdriver? But every time we were going down the street, he kept looking left, looking right. I was like, what are you looking for? He goes, I just don't want the police to pull up. I'm like, well, what? Like,
that
car.
car.
Lord, now I know. You know why you got to start a car with a screwdriver, right? I'm grown. I know the difference now. I didn't realize that then. Moving on. Okay.
And they'll have a towel over the steering wheel so that you can't see that it was started with a screwdriver.
Oh, no, you can see what started with a screwdriver.
No, but they'll have the towel to cover it.
Oh, okay.
Been there, done that. I mean, not me, but never mind.
right. We talking about marriage first. Let me get back on top. Okay, so Kayla says, make sure it's clean and we're not driving like the Flintstones.
I just washed my car today.
Anyways, do we think that Jasmine would have gotten that car at least went outside to exchange information if the cameras weren't there?
No. You
don't think so? You think she's that committed to Eris?
It ain't about Eris. Dude was lying.
He's creepy.
She was not like he was pushing too. He was too pushy.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool at first. Then when he started talking about, so you gonna leave or what's up? I got a 740. Not like, dude, she in her 30s. That's some young girl stuff.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna impress her like that. Like, yeah, that might be a nice car, but like, nah, not in your 30s. I would hope most 30-year-old women would not be like, oh my God, a 740.
Some might though. The Jasmine show says Jasmine's innocent. She goes and says the guy was whack. Yeah, he was whack. They were all immature just based off the conversations they were having with Nicole, even as much as Nicole is, she gets on our nerves,
just throwing her husband under the bus. I was like, I'm like, why would you describe your man like this to other men? They laughing at your man, even though they ain't gonna meet her. They just like, she married to a sucker. Oh yeah, he let her wear the pants.
Like, but remember, the other guy met him already.
Who?
The one guy that was with him. That was at the gym.
The trainer.
The Mayweather.
Says
Yeah.
who?
But I thought that was Eris and what's the
McKinley. The guy that was training
McKinley.
him. The guy that was training him.
Yeah.
The black dude that was training him.
Yeah,
They're
he
saying
ain't
it was
Chris,
him and his friends.
Chris
That's what
wasn't there though.
Oh, she was doing. Oh, sorry, my bad. She's throwing Chris under the bus, as
Yeah,
always.
Chris. Yeah, I meant Chris.
Hey,
Yeah.
Not Eris. Yeah, she
Kayla
was
says
just trying
Eris
to
is.
help.
Oh, hold on, Devontae. I'm sorry. Kayla says Eris is used to dealing with women in their 20s.
Clearly.
Yeah. Well, that don't surprise me with Eris if that's
Mhm.
so. But anyways, I just thought that was really interesting. I thought it was very much set up and like where do they come from and just I don't know. The conversation was real juvenile, real immature from the guys.
Mhm.
But anyways, after the ladies went home, Nicole and Gina mentioned it to their husbands about what went on, and then Kirsten and Shag just had regular conversation. And Kirsten didn't say anything, and Jasmine didn't say anything from what we saw on camera. It was just Nicole and Gina. Like Nicole, of course, Nicole would say, "Oh yeah, there was someone hitting on Jasmine," and same thing with Gina. Now, were you surprised when Jasmine and Eris were having their pillow talk that Eris was saying how he's looking forward to the future and that he even likes walking the dog now? And then Jasmine said, "Oh, so you're a dog dad." I was like, "Ooh, I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't call my dog dad." Would you?
No.
Mm.
Yeah, and I think he's buttering her. I don't know why I think he's doing all this and buttering her up and getting her ready for her to say yes and for him to say no.
You think so? Okay. Do you think that Devontae too with Eris butting up Jasmine?
Oh yeah, I think he just. I mean, I just think they had the last couple of days. He about to get. I'm just trying to get through.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so let's move to the beginning of the episode. So McKinley and Eris are working out together. Eris again says he's, at least they're sleeping in the same bed. I was surprised at that. I didn't think they were sleeping in the same bed. He gave me not the other room. He gave me couch vibes. He gave me willingly sleeping on the couch. I don't know. That's just what I got from Eris. But when McKinley said, yeah, when Eris said, yeah, I heard about you. You slid in Gina's DMs. When McKinley explained that Gina has a famous friend that sings, that's the reason why. And then he was like, but if she's ever single, I would, talk to her. I was like, what? That is the complete opposite of what we thought was happening. Were you disappointed, Tamika and Chad?
Listen, if Lion was a person, he had to make up a story to be like, okay, yeah, I was trying to holler at this famous person because why couldn't you just slide in the famous person's DM?
Right.
And then say why you have to slide in her DM and why you just say it publicly. But he just he's a little sneaky. And Eris is he like one of them, he gives off one of them, girl, let me tell you, girl, did you hear?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, yeah, like a gossipy broad. That's what he giving me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Devontae, what do you think? I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, it's just ask Devontae what he thought. Did you, now that you know what McKinley said, like he wasn't in Gina's DMs for real, but it was because she got a famous friend. I'm like, that's not how production set that up for us to think all that after the fact. But is it
What
still
is DMing her about though?
Her famous friend?
That's a cat.
Whoever she is, or I'm like, did he say what he said singer, but is she like a well-known singer, or is she from the area, or what?
I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess that wouldn't be inappropriate, but why you? Well, let's say they flipped it on us because they made it seem like I think Gina's attractive. I inboxed her, but she also got a famous friend. So if he inboxed her on some just, hey, I didn't know you were friends with such and such. Could you hook me up or something, or get me in touch with her? Like that's cool, but anything other than that, like just want to let you know, you're not. I don't think you're. I think you're pretty slender. Like
Yeah. The Jasmine show says disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
It's disrespectful. I think so too.
I mean, it's just too early to be inboxing somebody else's wife. That's a little weird.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Very true.
I was listening to a famous poet and her husband this morning, Jazz and Vince, and
okay. The
And they
Jasmine
made the Jasmine show, yes. And so they had made a good point because it's a difference between I'm about to slide in your DM versus I'm about to inbox you.
Right.
There's a big
inbox. Inbox is
right.
cool, respectable.
Yeah.
Slide to your DM.
I'm sliding in. I'm trying to slip and slide.
That is a good. That is a good point. Okay. Yeah. All right. So let's move to Shaquille and Kirsten. So I got y'all. I'm gonna try to have props every week for whatever I'm watching. Hold on. You know I love Shaquille. You know I'm trying to be there for you. You know I love you. Thank you.
I'm here all night.
Right. I'm here every day. Nah, miss me with that. Hold on. No. I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling going to no place to do no song. You should have did that on your month anniversary. You know what I'm saying? And try to write a song then. Don't be writing a song on the 11th hour, talking about, yeah, we could talk about how we feel. And we could talk about how, What y'all think? Hold on.
They were singing the wrong songs.
They was singing the wrong song. But do you think
that... like, if I should stay.
No, when a woman's fed up, there's nothing you can.
Right. Yeah. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you. You know, it was too much. And I think that, okay, I did hear on, maybe it was the MAFS Facebook, or maybe it was on the couples thing. I think it was on the couples thing that I think it was Amani and what was her name? What's the other name? Amani and Jamie feel that Kirsten is giving her best effort. They feel they feel like she's being patient. She's being just all these things and doing things in her own way. But everybody else is like Team Shaquille, like, no, like they think there's a disconnect, things like that. I think Kirsten is doing the best that she can, but I still feel Kirsten is disconnected. I really do. Every exercise they do, every activity, everything, she's disconnected. Now, even though Shaquille did happen to see her dad, which even he's like, oh, it's about time. And what do you say? He's like, oh, this is all that I needed. Even the dad said, man, come back anytime, we can have a beer. So do you think this was Kirsten for her not wanting to be like, hey, this is my dad because she doesn't feel it's going to go anywhere? Or what do y'all think? I know I said a mouthful. I'm sorry.
Yes, because she probably just didn't want to bring him around until she knew that he was going to be around. But she still don't know if he's going to be around.
Right. But is she going to be around?
Exactly. And I think for some odd reason, I think she's going to say yes and he's going to say no.
Good one. What about you, Devonta? You got any thoughts about it?
I don't know, because he said it that she act different off camera. So is she still doing that and just putting on for the camera now, or is he just, I don't know if he over it, or maybe he just don't like her. I don't know, or he could be really holding on to a grudge. Some people like that. They just can't let things go. That could be like his thing. This could probably be why he's single, because he don't know how to let things go.
Yeah, I think he's over it.
You think he's over it?
Yeah, because you can tell in the beginning he was all into her. Now it's just like, we got another week of this?
Yeah, going with
we got another week? We got another week?
I just feel like you don't come home and talk to your wife. So what do you thought? Y'all don't.
Right.
What did you think was gonna happen? You don't know each other. It'd be different if y'all knew each other. Y'all reading each other's mind and all that. And she know, like, you had a tough day. I'ma just wait till he ready. She don't know nothing. You just coming in like you don't care.
Right.
So for what we can see. So
Okay. Front Face and T said, did she say this is my husband or this is Shaq when she introduced him to her dad?
That's that. Yeah.
That's a question.
That's a good question. And I understand that, they don't want to be on camera, and because that's just too much. And you open up Pandora's box when you do that. So I get that, but it's just like, is it too little too late? And he's checked out because it's too little too late.
Yeah, but you don't have to be on camera though. Like,
right. They could have been did this.
That's why I was like, they ain't filming 24 hours a day. Why y'all can't meet up at a Chick-fil-A or somewhere real quick?
Right, because proof is in the pudding. He met the dad and they weren't on camera. So it's the end now. So what was the holdup? But that's
right. They could have met at that empty church.
That too. Anyway, so they met with Cal and Pepper. Pastor Cal said the same thing he says to a lot of people as the show's going. We can see you as a power couple. Okay, that's fine, but they got to want to be a couple first. So I think he's checked out. I think Kirsten never really checked all the way in, especially from, I don't want no bald-headed man. That's what you got from jump. She got exactly what she didn't want from jump and never, did the work to try to get to know somebody. All right, so let's move to Clint and Gina. So Clint and Gina are in their element, horseback riding. They're out doing things that they like to do. Clint is very outdoors, is he not? He's another Dr. Doolittle, talking to horse, asking horse, you like yogurt? I said, okay. And I was happy that Clint actually confronted Gina about her comments.
Yeah.
But he didn't, Clint is nice. He didn't go in the way he could have went in, because Gina's explanation of it wasn't really what she meant. She, to me, talked around it. She's like, well, you are quirky when it comes to, drinking. He goes, yeah, every now and then, and his personality. But what about Gina and her personality? What about her? I mean, she's not, I don't know, maybe she's around him. She doesn't seem like she wants to talk, put like that. At least he's talking to her, giving conversation. So it's not like stagnant or anything like that. But Gina, I don't think she's putting in the effort. You know what I'm saying? If she wants more than a friend, then you say this, Devontae, that she need to put in the effort to like maybe reach out for him and all this stuff. Or somebody said it, or you said it, Tamika, like she needs to make the first move or something. Gina.
Yeah, she does. It's just she talks to him when it benefits her.
Yeah.
Because if we can go back to when they were at the cabins, and the one chick had quit, and she was so upset, and then she sat out there and talked to him, and he kind of helped her out and talked to her and smoothed it over with her, and when it benefits her, it's all good. Yeah. But when it doesn't, then he's the the worst thing out there.
Right. Sharon says Clint and Gina's rude. She's not all that she thinks she is. And Kayla says she's always rolling her eyes. And before, if you have anything to say, Devontae, before I continue, I was a couple days ago driving, and I never even noticed it either. And it's not even like maybe 10 minutes away. I'm driving, and I said, Solar Salon. We have a solar salon here too. Yes. And I was like, so they must be like nationwide.
Yeah, maybe a franchise out. Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it's always been there, but it was just like sitting right there on the side of the road. I was like, I thought about you when I said it, when I saw Tamika. So yeah. So who knows? Maybe Gina may franchise and have booths out here too. You never know.
Not booths. I heard that little shade.
Anyway, yeah.
I don't know. I think she in the same boat. She might be in the same boat that Eris in, over it, just saying what she got to do to get by, and she just don't like Chris. She didn't want a ginger, and it's obviously that really matters. And she probably wants somebody with a personality, but not like the life of the party. Like, she may be a little bit more like conservative or something. Because I mean, to be honest with you, I think she boring. He's fun. She's boring. She just want to do she want to go out to dinner, clink, 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 and that's it. Go back home, chill. Clint want to ride a bull. We gonna have some fun. We gonna drink some moonshine.
Oh yeah, Clint's gonna drag you around everywhere. You better.
Yeah, we gonna he a people person. He gonna like invite people that y'all don't know over to like, come on, you can drink with us, take some shots.
Yeah,
she's like, I don't know them, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
He that one that's like, get one for my friend. This is my friend right here. It's my buddy.
Yeah. Someone you've never met before. You just came up to the bar, right? We gotta get them a shot too. Yeah. Yeah, he's one of them. But Gina wants to do what you said, yes, Devontae. Go home and chill. Let's do some R&B. Read between the lines. Moving on, Chris and Nicole. So Nicole sets up a surprise dinner with Chris, right? It's a nice meal. But why did the chef have to say when dessert came, let's see who can do it first? I'm like, don't ruin the meal. They just finally sitting down. When they're doing the dessert, the creme brulee, who can make the top crispy. I'm like, don't make this a contest. A girl couldn't play putt-putt without getting upset.
Right.
Let her lose, crisping up some sugar. You know? That's what I was thinking when I was watching. I'm like, don't do that to her. But he said that she won, so she felt good, so she didn't have a breakdown. Imagine the show saying, oh, his looks nicer. You know, she would have walked away, I'm sure. But Nicole says that she doesn't want to get too comfortable in things, or she doesn't want to feel too comfortable, and she's still questioning him about where they're going to live. Now, I think Chris is being a little bit shady, personally.
Yeah.
If you want to live with your wife, there should be no barrier to you living with your wife. He should be like, oh, let's wait till our decision day and we'll see. To me, that says, even though I think they'll both say yes, but if not, it'll be a bombshell. That says, I'm still questioning whether I want to be after decision day. That's what it says to me. What do you all think?
I agree. Yeah. He just like, listen, you got to know where you're going to live. Why are you prolonging this?
Right.
If y'all know y'all going to be together, then why are we prolonging this? And it probably putting doubts in her.
That's the last thing she needs because she doubts anyways.
Right.
Nicole's annoying. He's going to get tired of her. I think he already is, but I think he also wants to be married to give it the old, whatever.
Oh, college try.
There you go. Can think of it. Yeah. And Chris is giving hints. Right. And I just don't think that it's just about the dogs. I just think, again, if it is about the dogs, then you would want to figure that all out now. So after this process, you'll have a seamless place to go, pay off your lease if you're leasing somewhere else, pay it off, and then just move on. Because like Nicole, she needs to know now. So I'm just like questioning Chris, like if your heart is not in it completely, just say that. Nicole has to deal with it regardless. So
exactly.
Chris a yes man though. That's the problem. He always been too nice. He know deep down she gonna get on my nerves. She a party pooper. She needs some extra therapy. Like we both could go to therapy, but it's levels. Like she on a level, she needs therapy. I just need to get some confidence.
It's like
love myself.
You need outpatient. She needs inpatient. She need to stay a few days. Like for real, that's not shady.
Yeah.
Stay a few days because she got those kind of issues that stem back from what she was saying to us from her first dating experiences, being abused going forward. So she definitely
let somebody burn her with a cigarette. Yeah, she needs some real counseling. I just needed some basic, maybe you should try this and try this and see if it works for you, buddy.
Yeah.
She on some other. So I think he just know that, and I think the dogs is probably like a little cop out.
Sharon said she out-talked the therapist.
She is the type like Nicole, we've hit our time. You went over last week. I'll let you get back, but it's gonna cost you if we go over 30.
Right. Even Pastor Cal did this number. Take off his glasses. He's like, Nicole.
Yeah.
Remember, he didn't choose me with that conversation that she had.
Does couples couch skip a lot of stuff? Because I didn't see them make no creme brulee. I don't remember seeing them.
You didn't? You didn't see the dinner and then after the dinner, the creme brulee? And they had the little, you didn't see that?
Maybe I walked away too long because I was like, I don't remember that.
That could
That's
be
why
it.
I'm like, what they talking about?
Yes, that could be it. Because like I said, the chef said, let's see who could do it the crispiest. I'm like, please don't
do it. Don't walk into it. Nicole gives me that one friend vibe that talks so much, and then you got another phone call, and you put them on hold, and then you come back, and she's still talking, and you like,
I've had that before with a family member.
Yes, so have I.
Right. Okay. Hey, Stella. It says, I think he should have the opportunity. It's okay when people talk about their future afterwards before decision day, but technically they shouldn't really have to. Let me read that again. I think he should have the opportunity. It's okay when people talk about their future afterwards before decision day, but technically they don't have to. I don't know if I know what you mean, Stella. I'm not being shady. I'm not sure if I know what you mean by that.
I think she's saying like it should be okay that if he want to wait till after they make a decision to like go forward with finding an apartment, because it ain't like they can move out tomorrow anyway. So I mean, I guess you could kind of just wait after and just not keep talking about it. Like, if we're gonna be together, we're gonna figure it out. But we both got 7 months left on our leases anyway, so it ain't that big of a rush.
Oh, okay. Cynthia says Chris wants a marriage like Dr. Pepper, separate homes.
He only want that because of Nicole. That's why.
Yeah. Stella clarified. She said the opportunity to wait until decision day.
Yeah.
You can, yes, but at the same time, for this particular couple who make it seem like they're going to be together after decision day, Nicole had made that clear for Chris, and I think Chris is going on for the ride. With them in particular, I think because they already have what they want to do, I think they should already kind of know where they're going. That's what I'm saying, because he's not giving Nicole anything. You know what I'm saying? He's not giving no hints at like, okay, well, maybe we'll spend 2 months at home and then we'll do this. He's just like, oh, well, we'll just see. No, we'll just have to wait and see. You know what I'm saying? He's like kind of like keeping her in the dark. So that to me is like a little apprehension to me. So, all right, well, let's move to Eris and Jasmine. So they meet with Dr. Pepper and Pastor Cal. So Eris had his arms around Jasmine.
They were close.
Okay, maybe she did the sleep, move in the night kind of thing. Like,
yeah.
That's what it's given to me. Eris says he learned a lot from the process from Dr. Pia. Did you catch that, Shay? He said from Dr. Pia, not from Cal, not from Pepper, but Dr. Pia, that intimacy was more than just sex. I said, okay, Eris, so you learned a little something from someone who's only been on one episode. Appreciate that. And he feels more comfortable with Jasmine since she's a social butterfly and he has social anxiety. So when they're out together, like she can calm him down. Now that part I was like, I'm not saying no
social anxiety.
That's what he said. I was gonna say that I don't agree, but I'm taking that back. I don't say that with Eris, especially because he's always talked about sex. So it's like, how are you so into being freaking the sheets? But like when I'm out, I'm just like shy, the wallflower. I'm like, can't be both.
Yeah.
Both.
He wasn't like that with the dancer instructor.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, Stella said he want to live in separate houses. Okay, Stella. Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you. But with Eris, I'm like, if he having all this sex and he likes it, you slap me, you pop me, you choke me, you're not a social butterfly. You got to, walk up on people to see what's up. So where he get this from? Like, when did this occur? Like from the retreat? Did he go inside? It's like, maybe I shouldn't do that.
Right.
What do you think? Did you get that? Do you get that from Heiress? Because I don't get it. I don't see it.
I don't see him as a introvert or nothing. I see him as he out there and doing his thing.
Right. So I didn't.
And he outshines him.
Yeah. Now he doesn't come across as a big talker, no. But as much sex as he claimed he's having, he's not a wallflower. That's all I gotta say.
He's telling y'all they be out here lying.
He ain't. That's all in his dreams.
He be talking he talk about anybody that talk about it too much ain't getting it. We all know that. That's just OG stuff. That's like, come on, man. You talk about it too much, and you just like when you asked her. Ever since I knew he wasn't getting her. Ever since he asked her when they first sat down, what's your favorite sexual position? I was like, oh man. I was like, oh man.
He ain't getting it like that.
Who weird friend is this? This the weird one of the group. I already knew what it was. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Like, who invited him?
So, for example, if Eris wasn't on the show, you think, excuse me, he would have been with that friend group who was at the club? You think it would have been like one of them dudes?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. That's where he should have been. That's how he should have been casted. The friend group. Friend of the show, like on Housewives. Friend of the show.
The friend of the show? But whose friend would he be? Because McKinley's off, so it couldn't be McKinley's friend.
Maybe
two doofuses.
Who?
The friends of the show. I said 2 doofuses. Friends of the show.
What'd you say, Devontae?
I said he could have maybe been Chris' friend.
No. I don't think so. Maybe, I don't know.
You know, Chris nice, so he might have been like an old coworker.
No. Chris only talk if it's a coworker. Chris only talking to him at work, and that's it.
That's facts. That might be right.
All right, so that was really the episode. So next week is decision day. So we'll see what happened. Did you see Shaquille's suit walking into decision day? Did y'all see it?
Mm-hmm.
Do not message me.
Look, I ain't even say that. Look, it ain't even me. I just said,
and I'm pointing at you too.
Ain't nothing wrong with accessorizing. Accessorizing. It's just what a coincidence. That's all I got to say.
What a coincidence. But
wow.
Remember on Boomerang when Pops was like, you got to coordinate. And he opened up his dick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was Shaquille.
Yeah.
Sharon has a court jester suit. I said, well, wear what you like. It is the
but
last
I thought he ain't designed suits. He just designed bow ties, right?
Right.
Yes. Yeah, that suit is.
He could have been just trying to snuff a TV. I don't know. Like,
he's been doing this long. He just came out with,
come out with this zoot suit, looking like a whole mess.
Some more excitement. That's all I gotta say. But anyways, all right. So it's called the Decision Day Dish. So you saw it, Devontae. Did you see it, Tamika?
I saw it up until old dude pulled down his pants, and I saw the tattoo, and I'm like, all right.
Bennett. Graham?
Yes, Bennett. Yes.
Hey, Graham. Shaquilla didn't know how to dress like a typical man.
Not Shaquilla. Not Shaquilla.
No, Shaquilla was dressing clean all season.
No, it's her. I think it said Shaquilla.
Maybe it's a typo.
I was like, oh dang.
She must got a Shaquilla in her phone, unless you try to be petty. You know, you text somebody now.
It's a typo. It was a typo. Whew. Okay, but yes, I did see it.
Woo, because when I get tickled, boy. Okay. All right. I got tears in my eyes. Let me knock it out.
Okay. All right.
So speaking of Bennett, I know Devontae's been around since those seasons too. You're newer to the show, Tamika, but Bennett used to be when New Orleans first started. Millennial was like, "Oh yeah, I like Bennett." And I said, "How?"
I like that. I've been watching. I remember Bennett and Amelia.
Yeah,
I watched them. Mm-hmm.
Hold on, wait a minute. I know I got some. I don't have my. Hold on a second. No, because listen, then or now, I can't have this much toilet paper. I need more.
Right.
That's all I gotta say. Right. That's too much. Bennett is frugal.
No, this is the Coney Island napkin, and it's real thin. It's paper thin.
But it's
that was the little house. They were in the little house, right?
I don't care.
Yeah.
House, the big house, little house on the prairie.
I mean, they could just use a bidet.
You know they didn't have no bidet. You better knock it out. They was barely wearing
but don't.
Now
I like his
going in the house to use the bathroom, wasn't they?
Yes, but I like his personality put like that. But they were just a little too Oh, natural for me. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, yeah.
Natural. Let's see. You like Bennett too, frappes and tea? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Bennett and Amelia broke up. I'm not. I'm not.
No, because wasn't one of them like about to be a doctor
Amelia,
or something?
yeah, she was a hippie and all that, but she had money. She wasn't. She was like, oh, you trying to be a hippie? I'm trying to like have Wi-Fi.
Right. Go to medical school. Right.
They still got AOL.
Right.
Anyways, we got Amani and Woody, Bennett, Jamie and Doug, and Alexis. I was surprised that they bringing on like an Alexis who was a little bit controversial on her season, you know, to give any advice to anybody. You know what I'm saying? Because her relationship tested. Excuse me?
Who was Alexis?
Alexis and Justin. The two tall black people on last season.
Oh, they brought her on here?
Yeah.
That made him give up his dog.
Oh, I didn't see her last night. What was I watching?
Yo, what was you watching?
Yeah.
I did not see her on there.
There. Amani and Woody, Bennett, Jamie, Doug, and Alexis. But that's what I'm saying. She's not the best person to give advice for what she thinks about these couples. I'm like, you was barely in your relationship anyway. You know what I'm saying? Just my opinion. But real quick.
I mean, they had Mirla on there.
No, not the couple's couch.
Not couple.
The decision date with the people I just named.
Oh.
There was another episode.
Okay, I ain't watching.
Okay, well, I'll talk about
it. Just fill me in. Okay.
Graham says Shaq is too moody, needy, and sassy, metrosexual. Romel says, as long as Amina and Woody stay together, I'm good. I agree.
Oh God.
And he also says, I didn't watch a special, but I understand why they brought her. I don't understand. See, that's like bringing anybody that had a terrible relationship on the show and wasn't in it from the beginning, in my opinion. You can't no advice and be like, oh, I don't think they'll make it when you had no business on the show yourself.
Right.
That's my opinion. Okay. But back to Graham. I hear you. Moving on. So last night, they talked about Shaquille and Kirsten, and the group gave the consensus that said there's frustration of things that haven't been said in the relationship. And the only person on Kirsten's side was Imani and Jamie. They say that, like I said in the beginning, Kirsten has been trying to be open and honest and giving conversation the way that she can. But the rest of the group was like, there's too much of unsaids in the relationship. And they say that Kirsten will say yes and Shaq will say no. That's how they feel about it. What do you all feel about it in the chat and on the panel? Do you think they'll say yes, or one will say yes or no? And if so, who?
Yeah, I think Kirsten's going to say yes and he's going to say no.
Okay. Well, if he go first and say no, she definitely going to switch her answer. So whatever he say, she gonna say.
Okay.
So if he say no, she not about to embarrass herself. Well, I would like to say married. No.
I wanted this.
Romel says, I think Shaq and Kirsten could work, but they are both the problem. In the beginning, I thought they both could work. I don't necessarily see that anymore. I think they might be on the same page where they want to go in life, but as far as the way Shaq talks and the way Kirsten feels like he talks to her, nah, that's for anybody.
Maybe the suit was the answer.
We'll see. Are you Graham? Are you Graham on the low?
I'm not Graham.
Okay. And then when it came to Jasmine and Eris, Bennett says he feels they both have maturity and listen to the experts. I said, who?
Who have you been watching?
I know. I'm like, what you been watching? Because I don't believe that at all. What maturity does Eris have? Anybody?
I mean, I feel like he's learning. I do feel like Eris is learning. I feel like he's being his authentic self, even though it's dumb, half of it. But I think that's who he is.
I think he's authentic, but Bennett said maturity. I think he's pulled back to not have sex because he wasn't attracted to her. I give him that part. I give him that. But
That's
the
very
maturity
mature.
factor, anything else, I'm not necessarily seeing.
No.
I'm not seeing it. He's had too many sex conversations, too many conversations off the wall, off the cuff conversations, in my opinion, to say he's mature. You know, it's okay to talk about sex, but in the way that he talks about sex like a teenager, nah.
Yeah, too much.
Yeah. Jamie feels that they're going to try. Doug says he feels that Eris and Jasmine are getting hot, and so they should continue to say yes after decision day. But once those cameras, if they do say yes, once the cameras go away, they won't make it.
No.
So I don't think they're getting hot. I just think that Eris is maybe seeing, you know, the faults in his personality where it comes to this marriage.
If they stay married, I wouldn't be mad because they already married and they said, you know, for better or worse, you know, maybe it started off worse and it could get bad. Like I'm rooting for black love.
Of course.
I wouldn't be mad if they said yeah, but I wouldn't be shocked if they didn't though.
Right.
I don't think I'd be shocked either way unless Eris said yeah. That would shock me because Jasmine seemed like, I don't know. I don't think she like low key glutton for punishment. So I don't know.
Well, there's more to it. So then Woody says he needs an example of coming in hot. Like, what do you mean, Doug? What you mean coming in hot? And then Doug says hot is the wrong word. You know, maybe. And then someone said lukewarm. I said, okay, maybe he's lukewarm. I could give him that a little bit, right? Then Alexis puts her 2 cents in and says, why do they try? Since they, you know, don't have any connection. And then Woody says it's hard to push through, especially after the cameras are gone. Doug says that he feels that Eris will say yes and she'll say no, and says if Eris is asked first, then Alexis will say no. So I thought that was interesting. I say no, but I can see them saying yes and not working out, but I still say they'll say no. I don't even see it being a split decision. I think it's probably no. Anyone see a split decision or stay together?
I see split. I see she gonna say yes and he gonna say no.
Okay.
Because he gassing her up.
I think it's both no's. I think he gonna be like, I don't want to keep dragging you along. I got a lot more work to do on myself. Blah blah blah. The excuse. And Jazz gonna be like, appreciate it, you know, but you know, I can't lose myself again. And,
I'm about to go call that guy with the 740.
Okay, right. Stella says Eris has had too many conversations about not being attracted to Jasmine. That's true too, and I don't even know how she can shake that off. I mean, she's tried, but I don't think they've made any progress. All right, so when it came to Nicole and Chris, the group says collectively they'll stay together. But they say the real conflict they're having is Nicole expressing her insecurities all the time. But they still say that they will continue to say, you know, get married. I mean, stay together. They said if they say no, then it'll be a bombshell. Like any split will be a bombshell. And it would be a bombshell. It would, I think so. And if they say no, who do you think will say, if hypothetically, if one of them was to say no, who do you think it would be? Chris or Nicole?
Chris.
Easily Chris.
Chris? Oh, okay.
If Nicole say no, I will be like,
I know. Don't hold your breath on that because it actually could be Nicole. Okay, and then finally, Clint and Gina. The group feels that neither gave a chance and was decided on the honeymoon. Says neither one of them made an effort. Said Clint is trying to like Gina, and Gina is a sensitive person, always in her head, and they just can't get out the friend zone. And I agree. They can't get out the friend zone. So
that's a definite.
What Woody said was, though, he's like, you know what, since they live, okay, Bennett said they would be, his prediction is they could be long-term business partners, because, you know, she's starting her salon business, his mother worked in business, so, you know, maybe he can help her out with that, maybe he'll invest in it. And then Woody said, he goes, maybe it'll be like one of those drunk nights, Gina will be bored. He said 6 months later, she'll watch the show back and be like, call Clint, they're in the same building, and then you never know. They may get it in.
You never know. Yeah.
no way.
Feeling some type of way.
You don't think so? Devontae?
Clint gonna get him a dog after the show. Clearly, he's gonna get him a dog.
He taking Hank with him.
He gonna go sailing with his new dog that he bought from Jasmine. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be a little pup. It's gonna be a little golden doodle.
And go from there.
Gonna be like, I see Gina from time to time. It's cool, we wave at the elevator, but I mostly let her take the first elevator and I wait.
One of those. And then they mentioned, and before I continue, the person who they said was going to host wasn't the person that hosted, because they did say Jamel Hill. This time it was Catherine somebody. She's a MAFS fan and relationship coach, she said. Something like that. So,
I feel like we all could be a relationship coach.
By now, the show. Right. So they did mention the moments that are memorable from Married at First Sight in the past. So they did Paige and Chris, which, they're definitely memorable. From Atlanta, Taylor and Brandon from DC, and Johnny and Bao from Houston. Now, Tamika, have you watched all the Married at First Sights?
Yes.
So out of Paige and Chris, Taylor and Brandon, and Johnny and Bao, who do you think is the most memorable cast member?
Johnny and Bao. Because when he was like, he wanted to stay, and she was like, no, he was just like, his face was, I was like, no, I like Johnny.
What?
But I did like Johnny. He had his moments, but I did like him. I like Bao too. I liked them both. I thought they were good for each other. But
Johnny was hung up from knowing her back in college days and not think she's attractive and having a little side eye for other people. He was like the McKinley of their season, now that we know. Stella says Paige. Who do you think, Devontae? Paige and Chris, Taylor, Brandon, or Johnny and Bao?
The most memorable person?
Couple.
Paige and Chris.
Oh yes, definitely. You know what?
Toxic, crazy.
They was funny too.
Like,
they were.
That was work. That Chris ran so Eris could walk.
Right. We never thought we would see another Chris / Eris, but
Chris had passed the car walking in there, walking in without his glasses on. Like, look, bro, go ahead, sit down, bro. Sit down, bro. Sit down, because this is ridiculous.
Exactly.
He did treat her bad too. I wonder how she doing. I wonder. Yeah.
She still looks sad.
I did a short on her a couple weeks ago. She was doing pretty good. Go ahead, Devontae.
Good.
She looked sad when she did the couples camp. She still. I was like, oh, Pat. She just don't look happy. Maybe that's just her face, though. I gotta stop, because I be thinking people supposed to just, when you by yourself, you
pleasant. Pleasant. That's what I'm saying. I say it all the time. People at least take one picture with a smile or a pleasant look, because when you're gone one day, people don't always want to remember a sour face. Like, dang, they never was happy. You know what I'm saying?
She got like a driving ID picture, like.
Right.
Stop it.
I'll be like, dang, she just never like cheesy like she was on wedding day. Then
I know. The Jasmine show says Paige and Chris, because the experts were fed up at D-Day. They were like, yes or no games with the toxicity. They should have let her go at the honeymoon down the street at the Mandalay Bay. I'm pointing because it is that way. It's behind me. Me, about 15 minutes behind me. They should let them go then.
Yeah.
If he didn't fly with you, there was already controversy. I don't even know. She continued in the name of the Lord. That's fine, but girl, not today. You know what I'm saying? So she brought on the extra stress for herself, because she knew in her heart, and so did we, this weren't no marriage. They should just cut this. If McKinley and Dominique could went just for this, they could have been go. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Frappes and T say no, they weren't good together. Hey, Courtney and Eddie, Chris and Paige, good TV has done. And then Cynthia Hughes, Chris and Paige wins. Chris and Paige to me wins for memorable moments and toxic. But my favorite on this list isn't Chris and Paige, isn't Johnny and Bao. It is Brandon and Taylor. It will forever be their Instagram and then wigs. Always.
Oh yeah, that wig, the worst wig in Meredith's first.
Right. Because Brandon wasn't here for it. He even said he was a fill-in. He weren't even supposed to be her man. So they weren't, really compatible together anyway. So they were favorites to watch. But Johnny and Bao, it was different. I liked them because we never saw international couple, but Johnny showed his ass along the way, so he was out. And then Chris and Paige, like I said, that was just a different kind of drama. But that Taylor and Brandon, that was it for me. That made Married at First Sight for me.
Yeah,
but there's some couples on here. Huh?
I say it was a little violent, but that Michaela girl, they should put her on here and she was flipping tables and that was a little whoa. That's Nicole. She ran so Nicole could walk. Yeah.
They also should have put what was that one couple that he had bed bugs and they went in there in the hazmat suits.
Oh, that was real.
Lindsay,
that was from Boston.
Mark the Shark.
Yes, Mark the Shark. Yes, they should have had that. Should have been one of them too. That was yes.
Derek and Katie, Olivia and Brett. I mean, the list goes
on and on and on. Yes.
So, but yeah.
There was nobody with top white Caucasian sex. That was the one.
But
basic Caucasian sex. That's what it was.
Oh, we have Nate and Sheila.
Oh,
yes.
I must have watched that season. That's probably way back.
Yes. Nate's dad was the one who made that season because Nate's dad was a drunk. But anyways, Stella says, "Don't forget about Chris brought his girlfriend on the show." Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was more toxic. He's in this category by himself of being toxic. But to me, that they weren't memorable because of the things they did. They were memorable because it was toxic. It was a mentally and emotionally abusive, something different. But I'm talking about like I said, the Taylor and Brandon and the Johnny and Bao, Nate and Sheila, things like that. That's
Michael don't get the appreciation he deserves.
Michael, what was her name?
He don't get
They're number one to me. Don't nobody top Michael.
That was hilarious.
Yoga
I got a 1997 Honda CRV with. He only got 20,000 miles on it, and I'm a principal. I'm about to be a teacher. Then he was the janitor at the yoga studio.
Right? Was he?
Yeah.
Was he?
My favorite janitor.
Millennial talk about that still to this day. When Michael brought home that pay stub, and that's what Mika does for a living, she's like, "Wait a minute, the production don't add up." I said, "That's fake. That is on construction paper. Why you lying?" So yeah, Michael. I mean, hey, he's in a different relationship now, so more power to
you. Go ahead, Michael. Yeah, you telling the truth now. You mock with pride.
Counseling. Michael need counseling. He is man. He was something else. What'd you say, Jasmine? The math wasn't math. Nope.
No.
Math weren't math. And so, all right, everybody, that was the end of the episode. So hopefully we can see all the decisions next week. Because sometimes, especially with this season, they like to split things up. Hopefully we just get everybody yes or no and go from there. Because I'm ready. Aren't y'all ready?
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely wait until they record first so I can skip all the. I don't want to see the whole season over again. Let's get to the decision. I don't care.
Now,
I want to see.
Yeah, you're right, Devontae. I'm sorry to cut you off. Now, are we for sure going to decision day next week, or is there a filler episode beforehand? Because they said the 24th was decision day, and that's a whole nother week away, week or two away. Anybody?
They might throw that little episode in there where it just be it just be people talking.
Yeah.
Or they might do 2 this week, 2 next week, and 2 the week after.
I don't know. They just need to hurry this over with.
All right, please. We tired of this. It's ridiculous.
We tired.
Let's get to the reunion, the little reunion trip to Gatlinburg.
Yeah, let's get to the kiss. Let's get to the extras we've been waiting for.
Yeah, that's what we've been waiting on. Because I just thought about that. I said, Clint ain't need the final. He won the war. You DM my girl, but I'm gonna kiss yours.
Right.
Bet.
Okay. Yes. So, all right. Well, I'll see everybody next week. And if you join me for 90 Day Fiance, we'll be here Monday and Tuesday for
Yes.
that. So thank you, everyone. I appreciate y'all so much.
All right. Bye.
Till next time, everyone. Have a good evening. Take care.